it's CJ. As an OB provider, I get a lot of questions about fetal heart rates. The most common one is probably, is that normal? The second most common is, can you tell if I'm having a girl or a boy? Because my grandmother swears by that. So today we're going to talk about all things fetal heart rate. What's normal? What's not normal? Can you tell the gender? And if you stick around, I'll even give you my 2 cents regarding home Dopplers. So let's start at the beginning. In the earliest of early days, 5.5 to 6 weeks, the heart is under construction, so a normal rate is anywhere from 85 to 100 beats per minute. By 6.5 weeks, that rate is up to 110 to 120. If at 6.5 weeks your baby's heart rate is still below 100, statistically, you are at increased risk to have a miscarriage. It doesn't mean for sure that you're going to miscarry your pregnancy, but you have a higher likelihood. So I usually tell my patients, plan for the worst, but pray for the best. You will probably have a repeat ultrasound somewhere around 7 to 8 weeks. At that point, a normal heart rate is somewhere between 120 and 170 beats per minute. It stays that fast until about 13 weeks. In the second trimester, normal heart rate is somewhere between 120 to 160 beats per minute. Sometimes the baby's heart rate will be a little bit faster than that, and that's okay. As long as it comes down to the 150s, everything is fine. Once you get into your third trimester, normal heart rate is somewhere between 110 to 160 beats per minute. Now, if you come in and your baby's heart rate is 170 to 180, and it stays that way for a few minutes, that is nothing to be concerned about. That is what's called an acceleration, usually caused by some form of stimulation, such as when your nurse practitioner puts her really cold hands on your belly. And if you've ever been my patient, you know what I'm talking about. If your baby's heart rate does not come down within about 5 to 10 minutes, your provider may have you get on the monitor so they can make sure everything is working well with your placenta. So, about the gender question. The old wives' tale says, if the heart rate is between 140 and 160, you're having a little girl. If it's below 140, that means you're having a little boy. And while the studies do not support this at all, there is no scientific evidence that this works. It's fun, and it's something that I like to do. And when I do guess, I always tell my patients, look, I only get it right half the time. Please do not count on that as a way to diagnose what gender you're having. All right, so let's talk about home Dopplers. A lot of people like to have them so they can listen to their baby's heartbeats at home. The 3 things that I like about the home Doppler. Number 1, it is fun to listen to your baby's heartbeat. Number 2, they are considered safe for you as well as your baby. And number 3, if your partner cannot make it to your OB visit, this gives them an opportunity to hear the baby's heartbeat as well. There are 3 things, however, that I do not like about home Dopplers. Number 1, unless you're using a medical grade Doppler, in most cases, you cannot hear a heartbeat before 15 weeks. Number 2, if you are looking for a heartbeat and you can't find one, that can be scary and cause you unnecessary stress. And number 3, if you are concerned about your baby's well-being, remember the Doppler is just a machine that is looking for a heartbeat, and it may very well be picking up your heart rate. And if you're scared, your heart rate may be as fast as your baby's, which is why it can give you what's called false reassurance. So my recommendation is always do not trust your home Doppler. If you think there is something wrong, definitely head to your birth center and get evaluated. So what questions do you have about your fetal heart rate, Dopplers, gender reveals? Please drop those in the comment section below. And while you're in that comment section, I would also really appreciate it if you'd hit the like button.
Hi, if you're still here, thanks so much for sticking around through the entire video. If you feel as though this information has been helpful to you, or you think you know somebody that might benefit from the information provided in these videos, please feel free to like it, share it, and if you haven't already subscribed, I would love it if you did that. Any and all support that you can provide is so greatly appreciated. As always, these videos were not created as a replacement for a visit with your healthcare provider, rather as a place for you to come for basic, reliable information that is non-biased and hopefully allow you to figure out what questions to ask your healthcare provider at your next visit to best meet your healthcare needs. Again, I appreciate all of your support. If you want to contact me, my information is at the top of this screen, and I will put it in the comment section of this video. That's all I have for today. This is CJ. I'm at your cervix.